New developments tonight in a nationwide protest involving local postal workers.
Postal workers are planning to protest at Staples stores around the country today, including here in Springfield.
Growing frustration tonight among postal workers in our region.
American Postal Workers Union took to the streets today.
Postal workers in Lubbock protesting Thursday.
Local postal workers joining others across the country by protesting at Staples stores this afternoon.
Postal Workers Union is upset about a deal to sell postal products and services at Staples stores.
Both current and retired employees of the United States Postal Service lined the parking lot of outside Staples in Pekin this afternoon.
Corporate America is trying to buy your mail. United States Postal Service and Staples agreed to a no-bid sweetheart deal to open postal counters in more than 80 Staples stores nationwide.
Postal employees marched outside the Staples store on North Main Street in Providence to rally against the opening of postal counters inside Staples stores, which are staffed with retail employees.
They're picketing the privatization of mail service.
They feel their own uniform personnel should operate the mini post offices.
Last November, the Postal Service opened up pilot locations in 82 Staples stores, providing many of their current services, but with non-postal workers.
In total, there were about 50 rallies nationwide. The protesters even got some support from those passing by the area.
All these efforts to close post offices, transfer services, it's wrong. It's un-American.
It doesn't make me happy that Staples and the post office will be sharing my information.
Staples has put many post offices in more than 80 stores since November, but the chain has been struggling as well. It recently announced plans to close 225 stores by next year.
The U.S. Postal Service says it's not trying to privatize. It's just trying to make more money.
Union supporters registered their dismay in Washington, carrying signs and stopping lunchtime traffic.
Staples is after more money. They're getting discounted post office products. They want more people in their stores, and if they're not going to staff them with post employees, then we want to take people out of their stores. It's about as simple as that.
Staples is a company. It is all about making profits and making money for its shareholders.
It's no different than back in 1980 when they tried to do this with Sears. Imagine if Sears was still the post office. Where would you go to mail a letter now? So we're trying to keep the American informed that they've already tried this idea, it's already failed, and what they're trying to do is bring a bad idea back.
It is the first step, and if they can start them in Staples, then they can start them at other stores.
The deal would put counters in Staples stores where people could drop off their mail, but postal workers we spoke with today said it might not be the best idea to have retail workers handling letters and packages meant for the USPS.
Postal workers say having potentially part-time employees versus trained postal workers behind the counter could be a threat to our national security.
In a statement, Mark Diamondstein, the president of the American Postal Workers Union, said that the APWU supports the expansion of postal services, but the union is adamantly opposed to USPS plans to replace good-paying union jobs with non-union, low-wage jobs held by workers who have no accountability for the safety and security of the mail.
I don't know how Staples is going to handle a personal letter that I send. Who's going to control it? What if it's open?
Congressman Becerra is also concerned that the Postal Service has not been transparent and is working to privatize the business.
Certainly, as a member of Congress who represents over 700,000 people here in the city of Los Angeles, I would think that we would have been advised of this before they took this move.
The most important thing is that we as postal workers, we took an oath to protect and secure the mail.
The mail is precious and the mail is important, and well-trained professionals are the people who should be handling the mail.
Postal workers are given 32 hours of intensive training plus 40 hours on-the-job training, to how to conduct transactions, how to secure the mail, what to recognize as far as, hazardous material coming into the mail.
The Staples employees, from my understanding, get 4 hours of training, and then they're in charge of your mail. Currently, if you take a package into a U.S. Postal Service office, as soon as you put it into the hands of a United States postal worker, that package is secured. You can walk out of there with some peace and comfort knowing that your mail is protected by the United States government.
The mail that's going to be in the containers at Staples isn't protected until the Postal Service it's in their hands.
Today is a National Day of Action. It has been initiated by the American Postal Workers Union. And we've had total cooperation between the National Mail Handlers Union, the Letter Carriers Union, and the Rural Carriers Union. We're all working together on this.
We are out here with carriers, we're out here with rural carriers, we're out here with mail handlers along with APWU.
We have the president of the letter carriers here today. We have the mail handlers union here today. We had some steel workers here. All the unions from the AFL Metro Council. We had we even had the president of the Metro Council here, Ernie Greco, was here today. So we had quite a bit of support.
The National Postal Mail Handlers Union is proud to stand with you in this fight. We stand together as our postal alliance that we signed just a couple of months ago demonstrates.
I will not go into Staples to do anything anymore. We have cut up our cards. We were doing business with them every week as a local. That is over. Unless they take the work out or bring postal employees in, we will not be doing business with Staples.
We need everybody, all Americans, to realize that we care about you. We want to protect the Postal Service, and we want to protect your mail. The only way to do it is for us to be there for your future.
Our motto is an injury to one is an injury to all. They could pick us off one at a time. First the mail handlers, then the APWU, the clerks, then the carriers, then the rural carriers. If we band together, we're one. We're stronger.
This is a fight against the Wall Street privatizers and the PMs carrying their water. This is a fight that we intend to win with this kind of solidarity. And I want you to know that we're not alone here today. There are some 50 or 60 protests around the country in the majority of states today, standing shoulder to shoulder with us and us with them. We'll try some of these pilot programs. We're for enhanced services to the people of this country. We've been asking that these stores be staffed with postal employees, trained, accountable people of this country. It's now time, sisters and brothers, to take our business elsewhere. Because they haven't heard us yet.
And if anybody's interested, they can come to stopstaples.com for more information.